Hey, aloha and mahalo. Happy Memorial Day to you all. Many thanks and appreciations to all the Pacifica ladies and gentlemen that gave everything, gave their all, so that we can enjoy the freedom and uh, so that's today, the Memorial Day. Um, I must apologize to Mayor Alameda, and because I think I messed up the double SHAKA, but I said HAKA. Still learning, okay? Still learning here. Fresh off the boat, you know. Um, anyways, um, mahalos. Um, thank you so much to the, you know, we must thank the Hawaiian natives, Hawaiian kings and queens, um, the Hawaiian spirits of the lands, spirit of the soil, air, ocean, for sharing this beautiful island of theirs, with those of us that, decide to come here and make a living or live our lives, we must be appreciative. We must give our thanks every chance we got, um, you know, for them, they're sharing their resources, um, for safety, for health, for everything. We must give them thanks. Obviously, we must also give thanks to the man above, for everything, basically. Um, yeah, not much this morning. I was just woke up, drank some coffee, and then get into the poop field, or I call it gold field. Yeah, my poop field, and then I use my wheelbarrow and just fill it up with soil from the poop field, and then I am now transported to, finally put them under my banana trees down there, sugar canes, and now this breadfruit tree here, since it looks like it's yellowish, and from that cold winter, I believe, and then it needs more nutrients and whatever. So what is better than to bring the poop here? I can smell it. It's so bad. But you know, I call it smell is money. It's gold. I hope it'll help the what do you call it? It'll help the breadfruit tree. And I also planted. I cut some branches of the um, Kava plants. So let me go show you. And I have no experience. I have nothing. I bought all the Kava trees or Kava plants that I planted. I bought all of them. They already in the whatever they grow them in the pots or whatever you call those things. And I just bought them and I come here and I planted them. Okay, so let me show you uh, what I did. And if I did something wrong, sorry, I didn't show you, but I cut them. Okay, let me show you. So you Panapians, Fijians, you guys are so good in gardening this thing. So let me turn it around. Okay, this are the leaves that I cut them off from the cover plants. So I went around and picked my cover plants that I need. Yeah, there, you see that? I think I cut one from there. See, I cut it off there, and I use that And let's see where I cut the other one. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's one. I cut it off there. Yeah. Okay. And this guy is there. I don't know. It's just one piece, and look at them. There's so many of them coming out, right? Yeah. It's crazy. And some of them are thick, like this one here. Yeah. And there's one more here. And there's one over there. Yeah, but I think the best one is on the other side. Let me show you. Yeah, looks like the roots are getting, but uh-oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. Looks like the roots. Look at that. Is that how it's supposed to look like? Yep. Is that how it's supposed to look like? And look at this one. Yeah, I don't know. You all tell me. And yeah, I cut some of the. There's one lying down there. I should cut that too. Yeah. Anyways, let me get out of here so I can go show you the ones that I planted. And I am praying all right. Okay, so let me show you. All right, so there's one in here. There's one in this one. There's one in there. There's one in there. Couple in this one. I cut them into pieces and with this guy. And here. Two of them here. Two here. And a couple in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So potters or whatever you call those. Yeah. So yep. So please, if you're Panapian, or you know how to plant Kava, tell me if I did something terrible right there. Okay, and then yeah. All right, so I must say, I don't know, when I start talking about the airport on Willie, it seems like everything is happening. Finally, it seems like it's clicking again. And I don't know, these guys probably they've already worked on this thing for years and years. And then as soon as I talk about it, it just because yesterday I was watching live President Simina on Willie for the groundbreaking ceremony at the airport side. And then I was, I kind of knew there's some kind of connection to our people, to our folks, especially my family's in Peria, or not Peria, Peria? Yeah, I think. Yeah. And yeah, when I saw it, I was like, whoa. I was like, wow, I didn't know, now I know. Okay, it's probably the reason why President Simina got that rolling, man. Thank you so much, President Simina, for getting things rolling, man. You're awesome. Not that you met your families in Perio, it was kind of, you know, brought back a lot of memories for me as one of the first students on Willie I. Um, and I was sponsored by my families in Rerperich, and yeah, I was my people from Iefang were kind of mad that we didn't go and live in our with our families in Iefang. But when I went back home, I was told that those people in Peria are actually our our families. They um, so so I was very happy to see that. Thank you so much, uh, families, for welcoming the president. Um, yeah, so I was very happy to see that the airport is finally, you know, kicking off, and it's kind of, I don't know. For me, when I grew up, when I was in elementary school, I always hang out with the elders, and this one thing cannot get out of my head. I was talking one of the chiefs, and I was saying, hey, I was, cause I was little, I was in elementary school, but I don't know, for some reason I was curious. So I asked him, I said, hey, the high school is moving to Williai, and then they got uh, the airport is, seems like Williai is modernizing pretty fast. And he told me, he said, I wish the people, our people in Williai, um, learn from what happened to Williai during World War II. Yeah, because they were evacuated. People from Williai were all evacuated to Ifaluk because the Japanese came and just, you know, um, leveled the entire island and made it look like a carrier, and then there's war and the World War II, and they bomb Williai and all that stuff. So the people from Ifluk, they go to Williai and bring everybody from Williai to Ifluk because there was nothing modern. Japanese were not on Ifluk, so they brought everybody over there. And I don't know. I mean, yeah, he told me that when I was asking. So this thing keep on, like, it's in the back of the mind. So every time I see some developments in Williai, and me, I want the development. To be honest with you, I support it. I want an airport in Williai because for me that's convenience for us, especially those of us from Ifaluk and Ilripik and Fatela, because Williai is not too far from us. So we can just fly into Williai and then take a boat and go to Ifaluk, and without putting airport on Ifaluk or anything. Williai is a bigger island, and I think it's better situated for that kind of development. So, yeah, very happy to see it. Yeah, I can't wait to for the airport to be done. I hope, them Chinese don't bring don't bring some weird stuff with the equipments. I hope and I wish that they clean all their equipments and the ship and everything, so that they don't introduce some foreign species of some biological something to Walei, and then obviously it'll spread to the other islands too. So all right, finger crossed. But I think it's needed. Yeah, so awesome job. I know Congressman Urse must take, he was there for a long time, so probably he's been already working. I was told he's already working on this thing, but and with the leadership of Woliai and the outer island as a whole, and then Yap itself, and so there's a lot of things to go through. These things takes years, but I'm just happy that by the time that I picked up on it, it's moving, so I don't have to wait around. Oh, I was talking about it a few months ago and it happening. So I think I deserve some credit for bringing it out to the front so we can all talk about it and make fun of it, right? But it's happening. That's the number one thing, is it's finally happening. We're getting a new airport on Williai, and boy, I can't wait. Yeah, cannot wait. Yeah. So, yeah. I was very serious when I talk about compensation. Yeah, because I don't want to see. I don't want to go to Walea and the government is charging me landing and departure fee. Arrival and departure fees. To pay for the airport, and nothing goes to the landowners. That's kind of weird. Yeah, now they, you know, I don't know if PMA even pay a fee or something, to use the airport, and then charge us, charge the landowners. So somebody has to make sure that the landowners are compensated, and there's something, Um, and as far as Chinese is concerned, um, obviously FSM has to be be very careful, very cautious, and then hopefully they get into some deals that are good and not loan. We don't want to owe the Chinese some money, or like we've heard and we've read that, oh, China is taking over this port in this country because they didn't pay back the loan. So, but I'm sure Congressman Ultisamet and President Simina and all our leaders, I'm sure they've they've covered all this, and hopefully there will be no problems coming out from the Chinese building our airport. And hopefully the airport doesn't sink anymore. I don't know what they're gonna fill that airport with. Yeah, because that's probably a hole right there. Because that's a taro patch. So, and our taro patches are like, our islands are volcanic, and so, I hope they did a study, and it's not gonna sink anymore. You know, so let's just hope that the Chinese, um, get some, good um, organism free rocks to fill that airport, or at least fill that location before they put concrete, so that way the concrete doesn't sink, and then we'll face the same issue again. But so yeah, so again, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for following us. Appreciate it. Thank you for reaching out to me. Talking to me about how long this um, work has been going on. It just happened that once I talk about it, the airport is already. Yeah, uh, but the work it's been going for forever. That's what I was told. And so yeah, it's not because I talked about it and then all of a sudden President Simina or Congressman Ursiver and and newly elected Congressman Andy from they just got in and just get things rolling. It's pure coincidence. Anyways, um, what else we should talk about, huh? Uh, blue Micronesian prosperity. I don't know. They keep showing. I watched a video of on whatever Micronesian, and they keep showing my island map. Yeah, and then I read two conflicting articles about my island. Um, One article talks about there were like a lot of boats on Ifluk. One article was saying there's no boat on Ifluk, so I don't know. All I know is there's no boat. Well, there's three boats that were bought for the community on Ifluk. Whether those boats are still working or they fell apart, I don't know. But there were three boats that was given to the community of Ifluk, and and yeah, I'm hoping they're still those boats are still there. So when I fly in uh, after the airport is done, that they can come down from Iflug and pick me up on those boats. I don't want to bring my own boat. I don't want to bring it in and then take it from Willie. If I bring it in, I will just take it from Yap. You know, as us we Remitao do. You know, I'll probably put like drums. You know, fill up the boat with drums of gas. You know, and then just take it from Yap proper all the way to Iflug. All right, guys. Mahalo. Hey, double shaka. Now I said right? Double shaka. It's not double haka. Oh my goodness. But now I get it right, you know? When we're learning, right? We're learning. Okay. You all have a wonderful time and um, yeah, live aloha. Okay, dream aloha, fishing aloha, and drive aloha, and everything aloha. Okay? And don't forget, double shaka. Okay, have a good one.